Hello everyone, this is Noor and welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't done a get ready with me for a long time, so today I'm doing a get ready with me glam edition because I have my Christmas party. I wanted to do my makeup with you guys and also show you my outfit. So before I go ahead and dive in and show you guys how I created this makeup look, if you are new here to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. It really means a lot to me. And if you guys haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. And I would love to have you guys a part of the light family that I have here on my channel. So if you guys want to learn how I created this look, please keep on watching. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So my skin has been very dry. I've been moisturizing a lot and I've been also doing a lot of masks as well, so to keep it nice and moisturized for today's event, because today's event is super exciting for me and I'm actually looking forward into partying a little bit and just forgetting about my personal life for a couple of hours. So your girl is super excited. First, sorry, I have whitening strips on because I want to whiten my teeth, so that is on. And for me to help with keeping this makeup nice and smooth and moisturized and on for a long time, I've used my magic cream from Charlotte Tilbury. This stuff is amazing, you guys. It's amazing. And I'm also prepping my lips a little bit. I got this plumping lip gloss when I was on vacation in Turkey, and girl, like, this plumping gloss is the only gloss that works. Like, my lips are on fire, yes, but it's for a good cause, okay? I don't even know who the brand is. It's called Victoria's Spirit, and it's volumizing lip booster. I have that to prep my lip to nice plumpy juicy lips. At the same time, I also added a little bit of Laneige lip mask as well, just to keep them nice and moisturized. Yes, they are red a little bit because of the plumping gloss. Like I've mentioned, this pumping gloss really works, okay? Like, it works like crazy. My lips are on fire. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and use a primer. The primer that I'm using, this one here, it is from Beauty Bakery, and this is the Butter HydraSilk primer. It looks like that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add it to the areas that have been very dry lately, which is kind of like my T-zone area. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that in with my fingers. And to be honest with you guys, I do find that this primer kind of blurs out my pores a little bit, which I really like that. Actually quite excited because it's been a while that I haven't done a full face get ready with me. So actually, like, glam get ready with me for a really fun event. After I prime my skin, I go ahead and I use my Hollywood. This is the Flawless filter, and the writing on the packaging is kind of like peeling off. I'm not sure if this is the... Anyways, I'm going to be leaving the name of it in the description box down below, but this is the highly talked about viral kind of like a glow that you put on before your foundation. I actually also do wear this on its own because it does have a little bit of a tint that I really like. So the shade that I'm using is called Medium 4.5. Now this is a bit dark for me now because I am slowly losing my tan, but that is fine. After that is on, I like to go ahead and pre-conceal. I use my Too Faced, this is the Born This Way concealer in Almond, and I just like to go ahead and put that under my eyes. And I do highlight as well with a lighter shade, but I like to do this first, and then I also concentrate this on the little pimples that I have. Then I take my beauty sponge and I blend all that away. Once everything is nicely blended, I go ahead and use a little bit of foundation. This one is from Makeup by Mario, and the shade that I use is 7C, if you guys are curious. And I use that with my fingers, and I just put a little bit of it like this. I don't go crazy because I don't want to overcake my skin, but this one is just gonna give me an extra layer of coverage. But also, since it's a big event, I want my makeup to last, you know. I want it to hold and last and look flawless all night long. And since I'm breaking out, this is gonna help with covering up a little bit of the little imperfections that my skin is having lately. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and contour. I'm using the end of this. Honestly, it's such a good contour product. I just love it. This is from Made by Mitchell, and I removed the stopper just so I can reach to the rest of the products in here, because there's a lot of products in here, and because of the stopper I wasn't able to go ahead and grab the rest, so I just removed the stopper. I know it looks like a big mess, but it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and contour my face with this. So I'm just gonna add on the areas that I normally contour, which I like to do my temples and obviously the cheekbones right here. Do the jawline just a tiny bit. And I also like to do this for some odd reason. I just find it gives me a nice look. And I also do my nose. I know that we are plumping the lips to make them look bigger, but I'm going to make them look bigger with the contour as well. That's a lot, just a little bit. And then on the top, right there. And to blend that all away, I'm going to be using my Mirette brush. And I'm just going to pat that and blend that into the skin. And I always like to blend the contour always upwards, never dragging it downwards, because you want your face to look nicely lifted upwards. I'm just gonna drag the rest as like a blush, even though I will be applying a blush. The nose is going to be downward because we wanna slim the nose out. And then the jawline, again, always downwards. So, because you want to slim that out. Now, if you feel like you went a bit low, because sometimes I do feel that way, so I just take a little bit of the concealer and I just chisel out that area. Just a little bit like this. And then I just take that brush again and I just clean that up to have a smoother contoured effect. Nicely cleaned and chisel out, because that is what we want. Now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. I'm just using a lighter shade from the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this is in shade Snow. And I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight and chisel out the face a little bit more. When I blend the highlight area, I just like to drag it upwards just to make it more lifted upwards. I'm gonna highlight just a tiny bit more. I'm using Toi Beauty's concealer, just a tiny bit like that. It is a lighter shade, which I've been loving to put just in the inner corners, like so, and just blending it all out. It just gives you that extra brightness without making it too intense and white under the eyes. And I'm just gonna drag that onto the upper lid as well. So I like to go ahead and blush up and highlight a little bit, so I'm going to be using these two. These are Made by Mitchell. So I'm using Melon Sorbet as a blush, and for highlight I'm using champagne spray. So I like to put that on the apples of the cheeks and then take my sponge and blend it out. And I like to do it at the same time that I place the product, because they tend to dry pretty quickly and I don't want it to patch. Now that's blended, I'm gonna do the same thing with the highlight. So I'm just gonna add a few dots like that and blend away. I'm just gonna highlight my face a little bit, and that's also gonna go on the nose, on the Cupid's bow as well. I love these products, but when you work with them, you want to make sure that they are blended very fast. Now all your creams are on and highlight, brush, contour, everything is on. It's time to go ahead and set it up. I'm going to be using Toi Beauty setting powder. This has been my top favorite and will always be my top favorite. So I'm gonna take it with my sponge. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eye and also on the areas that I tend to crease the most. Make sure that the under eye is nicely set, because this is the area that I tend to crease the most. I'm also gonna put that in between my eyebrows and set the forehead as well. I'm still gonna go ahead and use my face powder. This one here is from Lancome, and this is the Dull Finish powder. I did hit pan on this. I do have another one, but I just want to finish what I have. This one here is in shade 310 Bisque II, and I like to go and use this for the rest of the areas, and I also like to blend out the setting powder with that. And I also like to, because this has a little bit more color to it and just not white and translucent, so this is gonna help me get that extra color to my skin. And I'm still using my summer shade just because I like to have that kind of like bronze-ish kind of effect still. And this is gonna even out the rest of my face and neck. Now go ahead and eye contour. I like to pre-do this. I feel like it's always better for me to do that before I go ahead and do the eyes. And even though I will be kind of like retouching this at the end as well. So I'm using my bronzer from Too Faced, and this one here, it is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Yes, the pan is pretty much shown on this one. I do have a refill, but before I use my new one, I'm gonna go ahead and finish what I have, like always. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pre-contour my face with this. I'm also gonna take a smaller brush. I'm gonna be contouring my nose as well. Pre-contouring, I'm gonna go ahead and pre-blush. So I'm gonna be using this palette right here from Charlotte Tilbury, and this one here, it is the Glowgasm face palette in Lovegasm. And I'm just gonna take this shade right here, load it up and apply it on the face. This has been my go-to blush color. It is crazy how beautiful it is. So I just like to go ahead and add a pre-blush as well. Now once my face is nicely powdered and pre-contoured and pre-blush, I like to go ahead and do my eyebrows. I'm going to be using my brow gel from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm just gonna go ahead and comb this product into my brows. Then I like to go ahead and use my Charlotte Tilbury Micro Precision Tinted Brow Gel, and this one here is in dark brown. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill up my brows with this and make them a bit darker. Then I like to go ahead and use my NYX. This one here, this is the brow tint pen in Espresso. And this is the Lift and Snatch, and add more details to the brow tail. I'm almost done with this product. I need to get myself a refill. Since the brows are nicely done, I like to go ahead and do a little bit of cleanup. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of the foundation that I have at the back of my hand here, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of a cleanup. Once the eyebrows are done, I like to go ahead and use my Murette. This is the volumizing pomade in black brown, and I just like to go over the brows to set them all in place. I'm gonna go ahead and do one eye off camera, and I'll be back to show you guys the other one. But today I am pulling inspiration from this beautiful palette right here from Charlotte Tilbury. This one here is called the Beautyverse palette, and I'm going to be using some shades in this because it's gonna go with the theme of my Christmas party. It's Winter Wonderland, and it has the perfect shades in here. I'm gonna go ahead and do one eye off camera, and I'll be back to do the step-by-step on how I created it. So this is what I came up with. I still wanted it to be in the neutral tones, a little bit on the glamour side. And yeah, I honestly love this look. I didn't put the lashes on because I wanted to kind of like try to match it up to the other eye as much as possible. And when I have the lashes on, I don't tend to like see the same exact measurements as much. So I decided to kind of just do it like this. Pop on here, show you guys how I created it, and then I'll go ahead and apply lashes and mascara with you guys. So I went ahead and already prepped up my eye, and I used my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, the original one, and I put that all over my eye. Next, I went ahead and I used this color here. This is from the House of Labs eyeshadow palette, and this one is the Glamour Room #1, and I'm just taking the lighter shade in this palette, and I'm just going to pat that under the brows. As you guys all know, I love to do that before the eyeshadow. I just feel like it gives a better finish and a better blending at the end. So I just like to go ahead and pop that on. So this is a great way to kind of just prepare your eyeshadow before blending, and I feel like this does quite a nice difference. It gives you like a nice blended effect, and it's just really pretty. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more here too, to like just have a nice blend, you know what I mean. Next, I'm diving into this palette right here. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Beautyverse eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna be using these 3 shades on the top right here. So I'm gonna start off with the lightest brown, and I'm just taking it with a big fluffy brush, and this brush is from Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, and the number is JH32, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pat this on the outer corners and start blending it upwards a little bit. I want to create kind of like a kind of look, if that makes any sense. If you guys totally understood that, you guys are makeup pros. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of drag this eyeshadow upwards because I want to kind of create a cat eye effect. So I'm gonna do that with that eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that onto the crease area, and just make sure that it's always going upwards, and we want it to be snatched. You're not gonna see the total effect with this color at first. The reason why I like to start with lighter colors, because I want to have them as a background peakers to the other darker shades that we're going to be applying. So I just like to go ahead and do that first. Once this color is nicely placed, I'm gonna move on to the second shade right here, which is the shade in the middle, and this one here, it is a slightly darker brown, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing that I did with the first shade. Now I'm gonna go with the deeper brown, and I'm changing the brush. I'm taking JH31. This one here has more of a pointed tip, which that is exactly what I want, because we're gonna go ahead and concentrate this mainly into the crease area, and you want to make sure that it's very well blended. And I'm also dragging, I forgot to mention, I've been dragging these colors to the lower lash line as well, just having them kind of like joined together. And then I'm gonna take whatever I have left of this color and drag it all the way in to the crease area. I'm taking a slightly smaller brush, and I'm taking the second brown shade, and I'm just going to lightly blend that on the lower lash line like this. And you guys all know I always like to bring my shadows way lower. Just fine for me, it gives me a more smoked out kind of effect, but this is also optional, so if you guys don't like to do that, you don't have to do that, but I personally just love that effect on my eyes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease. I already have a little bit of the P. Louise at the back of my hand here, so I'm just gonna take whatever I have left on that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut my crease using this product, and I'm just using a synthetic brush to help me with that. Before that dries out, I'm just going to take the first brush that I use, blending all of that colors in the crease, and I'm just going to go ahead and start fading the P. Louise into the brown shades. And I feel like when you have that brush with a little bit of color in it, I feel like it makes the blending of the cream much better. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then you can always go back with the P. Louise and see if you want to adjust the crease to match up to the other side as much as possible if you guys want it to be the same thing. Once that crease is done, we're gonna go ahead with the fun shade. I'm using this silvery sparkly shade from the middle of the palette, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start packing the silver onto the cut crease area. Since the cut crease area is a little bit wet, this helps to set that shadow in place very nicely. Now the silver is insane. It is so pigmented, it is so shiny, and it's gonna match up so well with my accessories. That's why I really wanted to use this palette, because I'm gonna be wearing silver accessories with the look that I'm wearing today, so this is just perfect. I'm just gonna drag a little bit of that shimmer, and I'm just gonna take the brush that I used the darker brown with, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of that dark brown onto the outer corners here, and just start blending it and making it just a little bit darker. I'm gonna take that light color that I used at the beginning, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that where the brow bone area is and bring it down to the shadow just to have a nice blended effect. Now I'm gonna go ahead and create my wing, and I'm going to be using my Urban Decay. This is the 24/7 ink liquid liner, and this one here is in shade 0. I'm gonna go ahead and line my eye, and I'm also going to be extending my inner corner as well. Now the liner is on. It took me some time to perfect it. I'm gonna go ahead and with the darker brown again, and I'm using a smaller eyeshadow brush, and I'm just gonna start concentrating that darker brown on the outer corners here and just have a nice blend. And I'm also gonna do the same thing on the lower lash line, just really concentrating it where the liner is and where the waterline kind of joins, so just this little corner right here. At the same time, I'm gonna go ahead and apply a brown liner in my waterline. The one I'm using is from Charlotte Tilbury. This has been my top favorite liner, you guys. It's such a beautiful shade. This one here is the Pillow Talk liner, and this is the blendable and long lasting, and the shade is called Pillow Talk. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on to my eye. And I will be wearing contact lenses today because your girls can't see. I don't want to wear glasses, so I'm just gonna wear my contact lenses with this look. I also forgot to add one more shade. I'm using the Ciate eyeshadow palette. This one here is called Royal Edition, and I'm taking this shade right here. This one here is called Diamonds. I'm gonna grab this color, and I'm going to be putting that on to the inner corners of the lower lash line. It's kind of like the tear duct area, and I'm just gonna concentrate this on the inner corners like that, and I'm gonna blend it a little bit. And I'm also going to take this color, and I'm just gonna run it on the edge of the cut crease like this. I don't know if you guys could see that. It does do a little bit of a difference, just it's a really nice finish. So I'm just gonna add that in there as well. We want it to pop. It's Christmas. It's a Christmas party. Let me go ahead and apply mascara and lashes. For the lashes, I'm not really sure, but I think I'm gonna go with these. I think these will look really cool with the look. This one here is from Glam. These lashes right here, I will leave the name of them in the description box down below, and these are in Picante. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on my eyes with the mascara. And the mascara I'm going to be using, there is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and this is the Plush Up Lashes mascara. So I'll go ahead and apply all of that, and I'll be back to finish up the face with you guys. Alrighty, you guys, eyes are done. Let's go ahead and contour a little bit more the face. Again, I'm going through my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and really define my face a little bit more with this product. I like to go crazy with my contour and my blush, so if you guys want to tone it down a little bit, go ahead and do that. But again, let me remind you, I'm going to a Christmas party and I needed to be very, very Vogue style, you know what I mean? So that is what I'm doing. I decided to go ahead and mix up a little bit with the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm face palette and my Juvia's Place, of course, because I want it to stand out. So I'm gonna use my Juvia's Place, and I'm gonna be mixing this shade and this shade. So this one here is called Yara and this one's called Taupe. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of both. So literally a dab here and a dab here, patting the extra and applying that on the face. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade right here. I think this one's called Pop Blush, or no, Multi Glow, I don't know, one of the two. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on the apples of my cheeks and just pat it in. I'm also gonna pop that on the nose area too. Just gives it a really nice, ooh, je ne sais quoi kind of look. It's stunning. Such a beautiful palette, wow. For lips, if you are planning to create this look, for this kind of look, you can go ahead and do a nice red, but honestly, like for me, I find it's a bit too much. So I'm gonna stick it on the safe side and go with my nudes like I always do, because I just find like the nudes are always safe, but also when you eat and all of that stuff, you want to make sure that it's not smeared everywhere, and the nude is always easier to clean up. So that is a tip. But if you guys love reds, you can go ahead and apply a red one. I mean, there's a lot of reds out there that are stunning, and I would recommend like a matte red. You will have less of the movement that's gonna go around. So a matte look, it's just gonna stay in place, and it's very, very classy. Before jumping on to the lips, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. I'm using the Michaela and Glam Lit highlighter, and I'm just gonna pop that on my face. We all need to highlight, and I'm just gonna go and pop that on my face. I think I'm gonna go ahead with these two. I'm not sure. I think I might be mixing a little bit of this. I'm not sure. So I'm going to be using Charlotte Tilbury. This is Iconic Nude Lip Liner. This has been my top favorite lip liner ever. It is the best nude lip liner. And I also have Cover Star. It's also a beautiful nude lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. And oh my god, I just like completely stabbed it with the lid. And then I'm probably going to use a little bit of this. This has been my favorite ever. It is so good. This is the Multi Glow Plumping Lip Color from Makeup by Mario. Look how beautiful this lip liner is. Like, you can't tell me it's not beautiful. It's stunning. And I'm just gonna color the corners with this lip liner. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna keep it like this. It's a nice color. Oh, okay. Me likey this. This is nice. I'm gonna keep it like this. I'll be taking the little lip color here with me in case I find my lips a little bit more drying. So I'm just gonna pop that on just to moisturize them. But overall, this is the lip color. And Charlotte Tilbury, girl, I love you, okay? I love you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and add my freckles, and this is Frick Beauty. And I'm also going to be setting my face. I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. This is the Airbrush Flawless setting spray. I'm gonna let that set and dry, and then I'm going to be using the all-nighter from Urban Decay. with this look, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a slit ponytail and maybe have like 2 strands falling down. I don't know yet. I'll be dancing a lot, so I don't feel like always like holding my hair. We'll see how I feel. I'm also gonna show you guys my outfit, and yeah, so I'll go ahead and do all of that and I'll be right back. Alrighty you guys, I am all dolled up, ready to head out. This is my hair. Like I said, I decided to put it in a ponytail. I feel like it really fits the outfit very nicely. So I'm totally obsessed with this look, obsessed with this eyeshadows. This palette is a total must-have. Let me go ahead and stand up for you guys and show you guys my outfit. I'm just wearing a white top and a satin skirt. I also have this little purse that I got from Steve Madden that matches my shoes so well. Let me show you my shoes. I'll take them off. And these are the heels that I am wearing. They also have a nice sparkle to it. I got this from a store that we have here. It's called Boutique 1861, I believe, and it matches the purse so well. It also has that satin look to it. That also matches my skirt because my skirt is also satin. So let me go ahead and stand up and show you guys the full outfit. Accessories, I just have like a whole bunch of earrings. Honestly, like most of them I don't really remember where I got them from. I have this little soft little kind of like a gem necklace, silver. I got this from Winners. And then I have my mom's Thomas Sabo watch, and I also have a little bracelet that matches the necklace. I'm just gonna stand up and show you guys my outfit quick. Hopefully you guys could see it. I know I'm cut out. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. There you go. I zoomed out a little bit, and this is my outfit, my little skirt, my top, my shoes. You can't see them because my skirt is pretty long, but my shoes and my little purse. So the top is from Forever 21. Unfortunately, I bought this a long time ago. I have this top for ages now. The skirt is actually from H&M. I'm not sure if you can still find it because I bought it last year and this is my first time wearing it. This one here is from Steve Madden. I got this, it was on the sale rack, so hopefully you can get your hands on it. And shoes, again, like Boutique 1861 kind of sells out pretty quickly on their heels because they are very comfortable, and the only heels that I can wear, because I have a bunion and my feet are flat, they have the only heels that work with my feet type. Alright you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my get ready with me, and if ever you decide to recreate this look, please tag me on my socials. I will leave them all in the description box down below. Also, all the products that I used on my face today are also going to be linked in the description box down below, including my outfit. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!